Okay, so this would be a full description because Facebook Marketplace only allows 1-minute videos, so this might be 5 minutes. This is a 2016 144 two-wheel drive, which means it's a rear-wheel drive Sprinter. It's a 2500 which means it's 3/4 ton, and it's a passenger van. So it has windows all the way around, and it has 3 rows of bench seats behind the cockpit. That is super nice. Currently it is set up for sleeping for 4 and seating for 5, but you can easily do sleeping for 5. So open this guy up here, open this guy up here. Okay, so we have a Scopima seat swivel right here. So this guy slides forward. You got to make sure it's jacked up all the way there, and then I just hit this little lever and the seat spins around. Okay, so you can see that right there. Now you got your rear facing captain's chair. So this is only set up on passenger side. I do not have it set up on the driver's side, mainly because I personally just only use the one on the driver or on the passenger side mostly. So anyway, there is an S-Bar diesel heater underneath the passenger seat, and you can access that and see right through here. So we got fuses in here. We've got, you know, the air ducting, the furnace or heaters there, and then there's actually a 125 amp AGM battery on the other side of that heater. So that's where your secondary battery is. Underneath the driver's seat, you have a fuse panel, Blue Sea fuse panel, and then a Victron solar charge controller behind there, and a Victron DC to DC charger behind that. Okay, this is your standard cloth interior. This does not have the steering wheel controls, and this van does not have a backup camera, but it has the rear cabin AC. I put in a cockpit shelf. I've completely disassembled the whole van up to the windshield and insulated this with 3M Thinsulate all the way back, and then all the way down, except for below this guy here, we put in closed cell foam and keep the Thinsulate up above where the water infiltration is due to the attachment of this plastic cladding, which goes all the way around. Okay, we got 7 gallons of fresh water. We have a made in the United Kingdom Whale marine grade foot pump that pumps water up to the sink right here. So push down there, water comes out there, and it just drains out on the ground. That's super awesome. You never have to worry about gray water. This is an Indelby Cruise 130, so it's actually a pretty big refrigerator for such a small space. I really couldn't fit anything bigger in the van. So yeah, nice little sink, nice refrigerator. So we have the thermostat right here for the S-Bar heater, and then this is the fan control for the MaxxAir fan. So that guy's opening up, 10 speeds, super rad. It's reversible. Yeah, you can drive down the highway with that on or not. So I'm gonna leave that on for right now. And then we have factory lighting, like yay. And so there's another one right there. So anyway, all is good as far as factory lighting goes. It does come with CO and smoke alarm. Those just kind of hang out there. And let's talk about the beds, okay? So I put in this nice L-Track front and rear. Okay, the L-Track holds up my bed system. This bed system is a 3-panel bed system. As far as the upper bed goes, it's 1 1/8 plywood, and it's 3 pieces. Okay, it's adjustable. So this L bracket here can move up or down in 1-inch increments, and then this guy slides in or out depending on where this bracket is on the curvature of the van. Okay, so if you like the height, great. If you want it lower, great, or higher, doesn't really matter. So, okay, the lower bed is what I call a convertible bed. So this bed here on the driver's side has a frame. The bed on the passenger side does not have a frame. So that passenger side can take it out, flip it over, and it'll sit on top of the driver's side. Then you can have this passenger side open, and with the passenger side open, you can put in mountain bikes or kayak, whatever you want to put in there, you know, stuff you get from the store, or maybe you just have one kid and all you ever need is that driver's side. So anyway, when you get to where you're going, you can take your bikes out, put them on your bike rack, and then you can flop this bed back over, and you can easily sleep 2 kids or 2 adults down here. You can for sure sleep 3 kiddos. You know, you probably want another sleeping pad in the middle, but anyway, 3 kids, no problem. And then underneath you have lots of storage. So You do have the seat tracks for, you know, the additional bench seats. So all this bedding, the bed systems and the refrigerator come out, and you can put in another bench seat and then even another bench seat back there. So if you want seating for 12, you can do that. If you just want to put in the 4-seater in the back and have this open and even keep the refrigerator but lose the beds, you could actually leave the refrigerator, leave the upper bed, move it up, and then put in the 4-seater or the 3-seater in the back. And then you'd have seating for 8 and a high bed or just a shelf for storage. Anyway, this van has lots of options. I don't have a ladder with me, so it's hard to see the solar panels and the MaxxAir fan really well, but they're up there. One thing I do on these vans is I put all stainless steel components on the exhaust for the heater, and I run it out the driver's side. You don't have on this side, being the passenger side, when you open this sliding door, you don't have an exhaust for your heater. You can see it runs all the way to the other side, and these drop brackets and everything, it's all stainless steel, so it's not gonna rust. As far as issues go, there's some blemishes. There's a little abrasion right there on that floor mat. There is a crack in the windshield, like right there, you can kind of see it. As far as there's a little crack in the headlight right there, not a big deal. There's a little tiny dent right here, which is really hard to see. Maybe with the light you can see it. So there's a small dent down here, kind of see that one. You know, there's a little graying of the plastic. All in all, it's a pretty nice van, 10 years old. Didn't come with the tow package, but it has the aftermarket tow package on it. So yeah, I don't see any other dents. Just looking for other issues. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, Fred here, Fab Vans. This van's for sale. Yeah, it's a great little van. These things have a 2.1 liter. This van has a 2.1 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo diesel with a 7-speed automatic hooked up to that. Mileage wise, if you drive super fast on the freeway, you might get as low as 20. If you drive like I do with this van, you're going to get 24. And I just drive pretty conservatively. I would say most people are going to get 22 or 23, just driving, you know, at the higher highway speeds that people do. But where I live out here, we drive a lot of highways that are, you know, 45, 55 miles an hour. Sometimes I'll get up 26, 27 miles a gallon. So anyway, yeah, if anybody has, you know, any questions or issues, you know, reach out, let me know. I'm just going to show in the back. I just thought of one more thing too. But this is what it looks like in the back of the van. So we do have some Reflectix window covers. Nothing fancy, but they're there. And then yeah, just the rear cargo area, rear bed areas. I do put a lockbox on all my vans. So up underneath this guy, down here, right here, inside there, I put a lockbox. You know, you can hit the combo, pop it open just like on a rental house. Bam, and now you have a key. Okay? So that key can be a lifesaver if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you lose your key. So, but yeah. Anyway, it's just kind of showing a little bit underneath for rust and whatever people want to see, you know, or lack of rust. This van's pretty clean. Close this, keep going around. Just kind of showing underneath the van and the body, looking for rust issues. And this one actually has like the least amount of rust issues of the 2016s that I've seen. So yeah, it doesn't really have any. And there's the exhaust for the heater coming out the driver's side. So anyway, a little bit longer video than I was thinking, but I just want to show everything. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, Fred here, Fab Vans. 2016 144 two-wheel drive, and it's for sale. So reach out, let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care.